So for me, this has been my best method, tried and true, for the last maybe 7 years that I've been slowly converting my yard into wildlife habitat. All right, so now I'm gonna give you a demonstration, okay? So take my shovel, get it down in the dirt. All right, cut out my rectangle or my square. So the bigger it is, the harder it is to dig up and turn around. So depending on how much effort you really want to put into it makes a difference on how big you actually want to cut that square. But so I'm doing this kind of in the middle because this is the best angle to show you guys. But so digging it up, have my square of sod here, split in half because, well, this wasn't the thickest grass, which doesn't really make me particularly sad. Flipping it over, making sure that the grass on the edges is as down as possible to keep it from growing back as much as I possibly can. Taking my grass and flipping it over. Right? I have a little bit extra soil left here on my shovel. Put that back down. We want to keep as much soil as possible. And I don't want to use extra soil. Native plants don't require fertilizer. That's one of the most beautiful things about them. As long as your area hasn't been completely stripped of topsoil anyway. There are, of course, some newer developments that might not have really great soil, and you might have to add a little bit of compost or something to it. But I don't use chemical fertilizers or anything like that. I use our native soil because that's what native plants need, and that's what they've evolved with over, thousands, hundreds of thousands, million years, right? So here is my square of sod that I've turned over, and of course I continue that out in a line. So what I have done here is the exact same thing, where I've gone and dug up all of this soil so far, turned it over, dug up the grass, that is, turned it over so that the soil is exposed, and I planted my new plants, right? So this is gonna be trees and shrubs, and I'm gonna put in some ground cover as well, and then cover it with those leaves that we're talking about, right? Leave the leaves. So I use the leaves as mulch. It saves me tons of money, and it's, of course, best practices for the earth.